If you've ever experienced social anxiety, I'm going to share something with you that may help. I was recently talking to someone that I know, and I look at this person as the definition of a social butterfly. Doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman, dog or a cat, a bird flying by. He's like, hey, it's just always talking to people, right? And I was having a conversation with him, and when I found out that he at times experienced social anxiety, this kind of blew my mind. It made me realize that it's probably a lot more prevalent than I realize. And as someone that's definitely experienced it and still does at times, I was like, okay, figured I'd make a video on it. The next time you're in a social environment and you start to feel social anxiety, instead of fearing it, instead of even beating yourself up and thinking, oh shit, here's that energy again, here we go, right? Try to sit with that energy for a second. Now, I know you're in a social place, you don't really want to get all Buddha, but you have to ask yourself, do you want to experience that energy for the rest of the event or kick it to the curb right away, right? Instead of fearing it or getting all concerned that you're feeling social anxiety, sit with it for a second. Just observe it. And then take in a deep breath through your nose and out your mouth. And just observe the anxiety and ask yourself, why are you feeling this? And there's two main reasons why we would experience social anxiety. Number one, it comes from an insecurity. Either we already have a preconceived judgment of what people are thinking about us, or we're afraid of one of our insecurities, maybe public speaking, or just whatever it is for you, that can create social anxiety. The other aspect to it is you could just be sensitive to energy, and you may have a larger aura than the average teddy bear, and maybe you're picking up on other people's social anxiety. So sit with your feeling of anxiety and ask yourself, is this me or is this, other people's energies? And then just, ask yourself, like, what's the worst that could happen here? Like, picture the worst case scenario, and then ask yourself, what's the probability of that happening? And just, continue to breathe. If you have to go to the washroom, do what you got to do. After you visualize the worst case scenario and you realize it's probably not going to happen, and even if it did, you'd still survive, probably, and live to see another day. What it does is it tends to ease the effect of that anxiety. When it comes to social anxiety, what I've found is that your number one tool is your breathing. So focus on your breathing. Just take some big breaths into your nose, out your mouth, and just focus on grounding yourself and calming your nervous system. And hopefully that'll help you, eliminate the social anxiety so you can enjoy the rest of your experience. Over 61,000 followers. Just wanted to say thank you to all my supporters over the years. Greatly appreciate it. Hit that like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.